Well, hello, welcome to Basics with Barbara. My name is Karen Midlow. I'm with Ancora Health, and I'm joined with my colleague and dear friend, Christine Souza. And we are here today with Barbara Karnes, who is a pioneer. She is an internationally respected speaker and educator. And I want to read this quote to you because this sums it up for me. Most people don't understand that there's a normal, natural way of dying. My materials are written to guide and support anyone who finds themselves addressing end of life situations. The goal is to help people have a positive experience so everyone involved will have a sacred memory to carry with them. And that was a quote directly from Barbara Carnes. And it really sums up her books. I take them with me everywhere I go and pass them out and show people how it really is. Her materials are written in a way that is understandable and attainable and graspable, especially when one is grieving and working through end of life issues. And we are just so grateful to have Barbara join us every month with Basics with Barbara. We are thankful to Ancora Health Services, along with the Hillcrest Memorial Gardens and Allset Person's Funeral Chapel, for supporting this end of life channel, which really is a wonderful gift that we can give the community. Thank you, Barbara, for being here, and I'm going to turn it over to Christine.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, as always, Barbara, for sharing your time with us. I was wondering if maybe you could share about some experiences that you've had personally at the bedside as a hospice nurse, and also personal experiences that you've had, or perhaps the many, many, many stories that you've shared with people over the years. I'm sure you've had many people reach out to you and share experiences that they've had with their loved ones at the end of life. One of the things I was wondering if you could share about maybe some top regrets of the dying or maybe for the living. And I was wondering if you could speak about that today.
Hi, glad
Hi.
to be here. And yes, I would love to speak about regrets because I think we all have them. Not only just at end of life, but unfortunately through life, we all carry regrets. The thing about end of life is we don't have the second chance to fix the regrets. And so we have to, um, as end of life workers, help people do and say that which they need to do and say as death approaches so that the family won't have the regrets. From a personal level, my mother-in-law lived with us for what, maybe 5 years. And then because I was working, I put her in a nursing home. And I regret to this day that I put my job before her and her end of life. Um, and what I've learned from that is that at the time we do something that we're going to regret later, is at that moment we're doing the best we can. And it's later when we look back that we go, oh, goodness, look how awful that was. We carry that. But at the moment, we're doing the best we can. And so we who work in the end of life can, as part of our guidance, help family deal with pertinent aspects of their life so that they won't have those regrets. And for the person that's dying, what we want for them, because they're not going to deal with regrets because they're going to be gone, but we help them find closure in their life on all the levels that life brings us. We're, as end of life comes, we're bringing to an end that we have done. And so if we help them look back and go, oh, I wish I had done this differently, We can't change it for them, but we can listen to them and we can help them put it in perspective and help them let go of the guilt that is part of the dying. We who are dying carry the guilt of, I wish I had, I should have. And so part of we caregivers support is to help the person process that. So we're really dealing with right now three times kinds of regrets of the professional caregiver, regrets of the non-professional family, um, and the regrets of the patient themselves.
It's such a good reminder. I think about when those that are entering that transition phase, and there's this restlessness that sometimes can happen. And I wonder to myself, when I care for those folks, could it be perhaps that restlessness might be those loose ends or unfinished business at the end? I'm curious to know your thoughts about that, Barbara.
I think it can be um, in to me the question is, when is that restlessness um, evident? If it's in the months before death, then absolutely it is unfinished business. It's the need to do or say or have something done or dealt with. If it's weeks to days and hours before death, oh, I'll back up. If it's weeks, 1 to 3, when labor begins, that restlessness can on a subconscious level, because now they're not really thinking like we think people think when they think, if that makes any sense. Um, but on an unconscious level, in the weeks before death, I think there can be a sense of unfinished business, which also increases and intensifies is manifest in the physical body through restlessness. When you're talking days to hours, I don't think that there are regrets there. That's the birthing process. And that's where their energy and their thoughts are, is getting out of their body. So I think they're beyond regrets in the days to hours. But it's really important in the months, biggest time to deal with it. And then, yes, we can deal with it in the weeks, but it's harder.
Thank you so much. What do you, if I could ask you, Barbara, what's one regret that you do not want to have when you reach your end of life?
I don't want to not have the time to say goodbye. I want to hopefully have a disease rather than a fast death, so that I will have the opportunity to address those regrets that we all carry. And I'm hoping the universe gives me time to address that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Time takes on a whole new meaning when we are told we have less time. And so, not everybody gets that beautiful gift of time at the end. So, I wish that for everyone. Thank you,
Well,
Barbara.
and not everyone really appreciates the gift they've been given,
Yeah.
that it is a gift of time. Um, and so many people get caught up in, I'm going to beat this thing, and they get all tied up in the treatments, and they don't get to really live in the months before death, and to address those um, regrets and relationships that we all have.
So well said, so well said. And it's my little quote on the back of right behind me says, always find time for the things that make you feel happy to be alive. It's that time because we don't know we don't know what our time is. And Barbara, I love the little piece, the little pearl, the little wisdom that you gave us, which is for us all to remember every single day we're doing the best we can with the situation. None of us wake up and say, let's do a crummy job today. And I think being able to just forgive ourselves is such a piece of a little wisdom that you've shared with us all. Thank you so much. It's beautiful. And I need that reminder myself. Well, that's all the time we have today. We will look forward to seeing you next month. Don't forget to check out Barbara's blog and all the materials that she has available at bkbooks.com. You can subscribe to her blog and things will come right into your inbox. And they are wonderful little more pearls and more wisdom from Barbara, more basics from Barbara. Again, we're so grateful for your time and for your energy and for being who you are and how you show up in this world. You are somebody special. Thank you.
Thank you. I look forward to next month.
Be well.